it's been a while, like 2 years to be exact, or 4, depending on how you look at it. A lot has happened since I stopped making videos and I took a bit of a break. But I just thought, you know what, I might as well make a vlog about it. Wanted to do a draw my life, wasn't sure how to figure that out clean, in a clean, neat way. So I just came back to doing a vlog here. And yeah, I just figured I would update y'all on what's been going on, but I want to start back at the beginning. About 8 years ago, I was finishing my bachelor's degree. I had so much motivation, I had tons of energy, I thought I could do anything, and so I used that energy to make YouTube videos, and I made content, mostly through gaming, from my gaming channel that maybe you are familiar with. While I was in college, I was in a relationship. It wasn't the best. I gave so much of myself and emotionally and financially, and after about a year, I got dumped. Along with getting dumped, I think the thing that bothers me still the most, it's the fact that he stole my PlayStation 4. Although I have replaced it, I still think about that and I'm just like, why? I did end up getting a new PlayStation 4 at the time, and that really solidified me getting back into gaming because I went a long time without paying any attention to the latest games, honestly. When I was in college, I played in 64 and that's it. One day, I went to my local family video and I found Final Fantasy 15 on the shelf. And I had heard about it. I think I saw commercials about it. And I was just like, what is this and why do they have a car? And I had played Final Fantasy a long, long time ago when I was a kid. But I couldn't get into it. I like Pokemon as a turn-based game. But when I tried Final Fantasy as a turn-based game, it just wasn't my style. I don't know what it is. But I decided I wanted to check that out, see what it was, brought it home, and I absolutely fell in love with that game. And that really got me into thinking like, okay, I missed this. From there, I remember I was originally looking up tutorials, and I found a YouTube video by the content creator, Dashy Games, and he was playing Final Fantasy 15, and he was so funny. And it reminded me of my old YouTube days where I made YouTube videos, especially for the comedy. And I was just like, why did I stop doing that? And I really fell down the YouTube hole of, watching content creators and watching different gaming creators, like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, CoryX Kenshin, Yub. And so I was just kind of absorbing all the knowledge I could about YouTube and the gaming scene and all that good stuff. And so from there, I did start streaming on my PlayStation 4. If you have a PlayStation, you know that you can stream directly from there. I did it to my YouTube channel, but I did it through YouTube, not Twitch just yet. And that was a lot of fun, but it was not exactly the cleanest setup, and it wasn't the nicest audio. At that time, I didn't have a computer, and I honestly, right now, I can't think of what I was typing my papers on when I was in college. I wonder if I was just typing them at school, on a school computer and then going home. I'm pretty sure that's what I was doing. And so all I had was a Samsung Galaxy A3, and I started filming some vlogs and videos on my phone. And I also started filming some mobile gaming content on my phone. Some of my most popular videos are for mobile games, and I try to duplicate that now with using blue, what is that? Blue something, and trying to play games on my computer, mobile games on my computer, record those. It doesn't work. And my phone now, I have a Google Pixel, and it's not the same. It's not the same as 2017. And so I really loved it. I loved making content. I loved making different commentary videos and different gaming videos and just making something new every week, sometimes multiple things every week. So honestly, after making enough gaming content on my phone, and my phone was really chugging because of that, I actually decided that I wanted to get a PC that was strong enough to game on and to stream on and to make videos on. And so again, I delve into the internet, found Reddit. I don't know why I didn't know about Reddit up until this point, but I found Reddit and I found the Build a PC for Me and PC Builder subreddits. and talked to a lot of people. I joined different Discord servers about building a PC, talked to a lot of people, did a lot of research. Eventually, I went to Micro Center, and we had Micro Center back in Ohio, and I got everything at once. I saved up the money, I bought everything, I built my first computer. And his name's Connor, and I love him so much, even though I'm not recording this on Connor. Connor is kind of on hiatus right now. Him and I are just, we're kind of going through it. And so I named him Connor, if you're wondering, after one of the main characters from the video game Detroit Become Human. After the birth of Connor, I studied lights. So I bought some lights. I bought some softbox lights, and those are hot, and I'm not a fan of those anymore. I still have them, and if I need them, I'll use them. But especially since going to film school, I've just learned a lot of different things about lights, and softbox was not really the route I needed to go. For this, I actually am using just regular window lighting. I specifically asked to have my desk in front of the window in the office so that I can get some natural light in. I do have a ring light too, and I prefer that at night. And so I'll get into that later, but I bought lights, I studied microphones, I bought microphones, and I was spending so much money in 2017, but I was doing it because I really had a passion for making content. And I just remember how happy I was when I made a video, especially after I edited. That was probably the hardest part of making videos on your phone, is editing them on your phone. And if you have done it, and if you've done both, edited on a computer and a phone, it's not as precise as it could be. Like, nothing is as precise as it could be, and it drove me crazy. It's possible. And if you're interested in making videos, you should definitely start on your phone. It's possible, but once you use like professional software, it was difficult trying to backtrack into that. But I digress. So all of that to say that a lot of life happened. I was a little obsessed with making sure that I was doing all the things that I could do to build up my channel, and I was loving it. But my life got a little turned upside down. The house I was renting with my sister, our landlord was a super old lady, and she was gonna go live with her kids. It was about that time. She was, just moving kind of slow. It was a duplex. She ended up selling the place we were renting to some young guy, and he wanted to jack up the price to, I don't know what. And so we were like, no thanks. And around this time, my sister was really done with Ohio. And so she had an idea. She's like, I want to move. She's like, I want to move, I think, to Texas. I want to move to, I think she wanted to move to Atlanta maybe at one point, or the Carolinas, I think South Carolina. But she had been doing her research while I was obsessing over, YouTube. My sister was obsessing over getting the heck out of Ohio. And so I had, at that time, had just gotten out of a different relationship, and I was just like, whatever. I'm like, I could leave. Because, my sister, she's my bestie. And so, if my sister's gonna go, I'm gonna go. Why not? What am I doing here? So we moved into my parents' place, decided to save up some money. And so we sold stuff, gave stuff away. We worked at a storage facility place together to save up some money because my sister was sick of her job. When I started working at the storage facility place, it was summer. And although I had graduated in education, it was summer, and I was just doing I was subbing. I was just being a sub, and there's no subbing jobs in the summer, obviously. So I just got a job at some storage facility place, and we worked there together. A lot of shenanigans. That can be a completely different video. But what I do remember is just being back home with my parents after so long was a challenge, but it was super helpful because it helped me save money and pay some things and helped us move. So in September of 2019, my mom quit her job. I quit my job. My sister quit her job. My dad was retired. We packed up one of the biggest moving trucks you could get, and we caravanned down to Texas. But I say caravan, it was 3 cars in the truck. And so that was a long and very adventurous trip. And it was a vlog. The vlog I never uploaded, and I will. I do need to do that because that was a really fun trip. But I'm saying all that to say that I was really uprooted. And I uprooted myself. We moved down to Texas, and I still made content. I streamed a lot. And like, this was 2019. So 2019, I started streaming on Twitch. And I started streaming on Twitch like in the fall, I think. So I became affiliate by Christmas, I believe. And so a lot of fantastic things were happening. That January, I went to PAX in San Antonio, the last PAX South in San Antonio. In February, YouTube sent me a gift and a bit of a letter that I still keep on my desk of my first YouTube video. And so I was on top of the world. And everything shut down in March. And at the same time, I had lost my job then because of the shutdown. And then I was having like pain in both of my hands, and which the doctors initially came up with, or they eventually came up with, general overuse. Absolute pain. Like, it hurt to do anything. And again, I lost my job. I didn't have insurance, so I couldn't do physical therapy. They were like, you need to do physical therapy so you can get around it, you know, like rub like stuff on it, wear certain things, and like take it easy. But the thing is that I couldn't make content. I was locked in my house, trying to socially distance from the world. I couldn't make content. It was pretty defeating. You know, when summer rolled around, I was like, well, I can't keep doing this forever. So I got a job. I got my first apartment, which I don't remember if that was a vlog or not. It's probably also one of those like never released hidden vlogs that I'll probably post at some point. But I tried to get back into making content that fall of 2020, and it was hard. I did Extra Life, and I kept doing Extra Life every year, except for last year. Last year is the first year that I missed, and when I tell you guys I was absolutely heartbroken, I really was. Like, the weekend that I was doing Extra Life was the weekend that I was moving into my new apartment. Not this one. Not this one. That apartment was really bad. So I promptly moved out 2 months later. But, so I missed Extra Life for nothing, essentially. But all these things that were happening, like I moved, changed jobs, like pain and like all these things. It wasn't carpal tunnel. It was overuse from texting, from editing, from like all those things. And it stopped me from making content. And I fell into such a dark place. There's this book by Julie Cameron, and it's called The Artist's Way. And I did read that, and it helped a bit. It helped a bit at the time, and I didn't continue following through with it, which probably is why I kept falling deeper into depression. And what I'm just trying to say is that in the book, she talks about how human beings were born to create. And I honestly, I hold that very dear. I do believe that humans were born to create, and I was born to create. So when I physically can't make things, when I physically cannot, if I'm not able to make content, I really my mental health really declines. And that's what was happening over 2 years, 4 years. I was just like not in a good place, and it was hard. And it was a pretty dark time. I had pretty much had it at the beginning of this year of just being depressed and down and sad, and just like, I was just over it. And so I reached out to a therapist. I found a psychiatrist. I was diagnosed with depression, obviously, but I was also diagnosed with ADHD. And so that has really flipped my world around in like kind of describing all the different things that I thought were wrong with me. Just happened to be attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And so it is very challenging. It's challenging, and it's not so much to make excuses for myself, because I'm still a growing person, and I'm an adult, and I do need to do things and get things done. But having that diagnosis has really kind of solidified, like, oh, okay, so you're not just a freak. Like, your brain is just kind of wired a little weird. And so you just have to work harder to do some things, which it happens, that's life. That's what we got to do. Getting a therapist and a psychiatrist is probably one of the best things that I've done for myself, in terms of like money, spending money. Because I've just always been about like, oh my gosh, like I can't spend money. But I dedicated 2024 to myself and like working on myself and healing myself. And so it was worth it. And it is worth it. I should say it is worth it, because I am still actively seeing both therapist and psychiatrist. With all that said, aside from me, getting diagnosed with depression and ADHD, I also decided I wanted to get back into the world of content creation, and I wanted to join film school. I had heard about the film school here in Texas right when I moved here, but I didn't know about everything it had to offer, and I didn't realize how much I needed it. And I think I probably would be in such a different place if I had just signed up for film school when I first got here and just fought through, all the things with the shutdown and things, and just kept moving forward. But I am glad that I joined film school when I did, and I met the people that I did, because I've met so many amazing people here that just love creating, and they take it seriously, and they take themselves seriously. And so, yeah, I've been in film school for almost a year. I've learned a lot. I actually took November off. I wanted to take November off because it's been crazy. It's been nonstop every month, I should say. It's been nonstop of just film classes, making films, writing scripts, and all that stuff. And while still working full time, going to film school part time, and it's just been a whirlwind. And that's something that I want to talk about in more vlogs later. But yeah, film school has been really great, and I'm really glad I did that. And I'm glad that I'm seeing a therapist. I'm glad I'm seeing a psychiatrist. And more recently, now seeing a dietitian, because that's a whole other thing I want to talk about in my vlogs, being able to eat healthier, especially when I'm doing so much. I'm rambling now, but I definitely wanted to make this vlog talk about the different things that I'm working towards and the things that I've struggled with and why, I was gone. Not that, it's... and a lot of people will say it's not anybody's business and all those things. But I guess I'm more making this vlog for myself. Kind of a declarative way to just be okay, I've accepted, the things that have happened over these 4 years. But I'm ready to keep it moving. I'm really ready to keep it moving. I'm ready to come back and make videos on both channels. I initially was thinking I was only going to make vlogs on this channel, and then I found some games that I thought were really fun, so I'm probably going to do those too. Alright, so thank you so much, everybody. If you're still here, if you made it through that whole vlog, thanks. I really want to thank you. I really want to, talk to y'all more. This channel is really going to solidify things on my life. I like talking to the camera. As introverted as I am, I really do like talking to the camera, and I like being able to express myself and get, editing done on more simple videos than before. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun as I go through my journey of still in film school. I'm still going to do film school. I'm still going to be streaming and making content. I'm still working my full-time job, and I'm navigating ADHD and weight loss through all of this because I need to get healthier. I definitely need to get healthier, and I am working on that. That's a thing too that I need to work on. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching this. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like at the bottom. If anything that I said resonated to you, please let me know in the comments. Let me know, if you also were diagnosed with ADHD as an adult. If you're also, struggling with losing weight and trying to eat healthier and get healthier and more active and fit, or if you're also interested in film and if you want to talk about content creation or making films and all that good stuff, I definitely want to know what types of topics that y'all will really want to talk about as we get into the future. So I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.